Have you ever felt like you've been talking to this one person and you're thinking, oh, well, it's going great and we might just, maybe get together, date, start dating and all that jazz? Well, and then, like, it all comes crashing down. That's kind of what happened to me recently, like the last 3 days. So, to give you context, I was talking to this guy. I'm obviously not gonna say his name. And basically, we were talking, like, romantically, okay? We've been talking for only 2 weeks. I know it's pretty short. We met after the first week. And, it was going great. We liked each other, and all that stuff. And I felt so comfortable around that person. That person made me feel like that feeling of being home, if you know what I mean. It's such a hard feeling to describe. I will try and let you guess, because this feeling of, when you're safe, when you can trust that person, when you're at home, I really felt that with that person. And I feel like, at least I thought that person felt that with me. Okay? 3 days, actually not even 3 days, one day after. Well, no, because we lasted one more week. So after a week, we were like, okay, after 2 more weeks, so after a month of knowing each other, we'll see if we want to take things further by dating. And after we said that, okay, the, like, 7 or 8 hours after we said that, so like the end of the day, that person was like, hey, so I think we might not fit each other because our goals are different in life. So my goals in life is basically to study hard, go into law school, like, bachelor's degree, master's degree, and PhD. I want to work really, really hard to provide for my family, like my future family, a really great home, don't have to worry about financial security and all that stuff. And I feel like that person felt like it was too much for him to handle, and I told him clearly, well, that's in the future, like, why are you looking so far ahead? I understand the mentality of I date to marry, but that was going a little bit too far, because I don't know, I'm still in high school, I'm still only 16 years old, so I'll let you kind of guess which grade I am in. And it was just, like, funny, because, like, you're telling me you're not ready to date and you feel pressured because of my goals in life, because I want what's best for me. But I kind of understand that person wanted to live a peaceful life. They wanted to settle in after going to the Air Force for around 6 years and settle in, be at peace, all that jazz. And after saying that, I was at the gym. 1 hour, that person said that, okay? Keep in mind, around an hour or 2 hours after this, exactly, that person said, well, I actually have a girlfriend. And I'm like, what? At this point, we decided to just stay friends, because we were like, okay, well, let's just stay friends. But it kind of broke my heart, because I felt something, I started feeling things, like, not maybe 100% love, but I at least felt like this connection, this attachment. And that feeling when you lose a really good friend? It was kind of like that feeling, but more romantically, I guess. And I kind of had to pretend it didn't hurt me, because we were never officially together. But just him replacing me so fast was kind of ironic, but also kind of sad, I just wasn't expecting it. And then the next day, he kept telling me about his new girl and what they were doing and all that stuff. And I was like, well, why are you telling me all this? He was like, well, we're just friends. I can tell you all that. Plus, we're not supposed to be together. And I'm like, what do you mean you're not supposed to be together? And he was like, well, it's actually my friend's best friend. Well, yeah, it was my best friend's ex. And I'm like, that's so messed up. Like, do you know what you're doing right now? Like, I understand you like the person, but you should not move on so fast, especially on your best friend. And I told him, friendship lives longer than relationships most of the time. And I don't care if you're going to try and prove me wrong in the comments. I'm going to stand my ground and keep that in my, like, as my opinion, okay? Keep in mind, it's my opinion, not yours. Yeah. And so I was like, okay, great. And basically, that was my fault, though, because that was not nice of me. But I contacted his ex-girlfriends and asked them, okay, do you guys know that person, right? The guy I'm talking about. And they were like, yes. And I was like, okay, what do you think of him? Is he a nice person? Because, and I told them, like, my situation of what I told you guys before. And they were like, well, that's not actually true. And I was like, what happened? And then they told me he used to hit them. And I was like, he hit you? And they were like, yeah, while we were dating, he used to hit us. And, like, if we didn't want to have, like, you know, that he would hit them. And I was like, he doesn't seem like a person like that. And then they told me, well, nobody knows at the beginning, but it all happens behind the curtains. And I was like, gosh. And then I asked him to promise me to tell me the truth and to not hurt me. And then I told him what they told me. And they were like, that's not true, it's their fault, everything is their fault. I'm like, well, something's not going on because for them, you're the one at fault, and that's 2 against you, like 1 person. But then you tell me it's all their fault. And then this one girl showed me scars, and it fit the date. Like, she showed me the date of the pictures and all, and I was like, gosh. And I don't even know what to feel like, because not only my heart was broken, but I feel deceived. Because now I feel like I can't trust anybody else. Like, at the end of the day, my intuition told me something was wrong. I kind of decided to let it go because it wasn't such a big thing. But honestly, I would say I should have listened to my intuition. Because my intuition is almost always right. Alright? And now, the girls and I are friends. We've all had a common ground with that one person. I don't hate him. I mean, we're still kind of ish friends. But I'm still going to be cautious around that person because, you know, I don't know if what they said is true. And I don't know if it's a fact. But my intuition is telling me to be wary. So I'm going to be wary. And, you know, if one of you, if you are feeling some kind of like that emotion, that not betrayal, that disappointment, that insecurity, or like feel like your gut is telling you that's not good, don't do it, or like that's not a good person, stay away, listen to it. Don't be like, oh, that's a small intuition, like it will go away or something. No, you're so wrong. Listen to it, because once you ignore it, you're gonna get hurt more than you should have been if you listened to your intuition. It doesn't even have to be anything about logic or being smart or being able to detect human behavior. No, it's instinct. Listen to your instinct, people, because I mean, I just talk about my experiences just like that because I'm like, well, you know, I just have to kind of like talk about it because I have no one else to talk to. My best friend is too busy chasing guys for, like, you know, I can't talk about those topics with her. And yeah, I just decided to do videos for you. And if, you know, I'm just telling my story, you guys don't have to relate to it 100%. But if you do relate to it, like, just a little bit, just know you're not alone in the world. Honestly, I'm feeling things like this. You're not alone. There's a lot of people who support you, including me. Okay? And you're more than welcome to message me and talk to me if something happens. I love you all, and have a great night.